in New York. And why this film? I mean, why this subject? For those who haven't seen, explain what it's about.
It's essentially about the story of the love affair between the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. Edward VIII, he ascended to the throne in 1936, and he was the king for less than a year, and he abdicated, gave up the throne for the woman he loved. The woman he loved happened to be an American woman who was twice divorced. She was in her early 40s, and the entire establishment, British establishment, were so hell-bent against his marriage to her. She was considered to be quite scandalous.
Right,
and she was American.
Right, American, twice divorced.
It's just, it was all wrong in their eyes. And they said, you have to choose. And I think he thought, because he was very popular and very beloved of the people, I think he thought he was going to be able to talk the government, the Church of England, the Prime Minister, into allowing some sort of marriage to take place, but he wasn't allowed to do that. And
it's considered one of the great love stories of our time, because they spent the rest of their lives
They stayed married all of their lives, and it was called the quote-unquote greatest love story of the 20th century. So my interest in the story was trying to understand why a man would give up. Men are such power-seeking creatures. Why would a man leave this incredible position for love?
Right.
What did she have? What was it about this woman? What was the nature of their relationship?
It's also interesting because in the film you also delve into what she gave up.
Yeah.
Everyone focuses on what he gave up, but she gave up anonymity. She gave up privacy.
That was what was in my mind. My God, I can't believe he would give all these things up. But then by the time I finished my research, read all the books, saw the documentaries, read all the letters, I thought, wait a second, she's the one that gave everything up. She's the one that got all the hate mail all of her life. I felt very strongly about righting the wrongs I felt had been done to her in terms of history.
The movie opens this Friday across the country, and as Madonna was talking about, it centers around really one of history's most scandalous romances. Take a look. W.E., directed and co-written by Madonna, centers around one of the most polarizing romances in history. The love affair between King Edward VIII and the twice-divorced American Wallis Simpson. She captured the heart of the world's most eligible bachelor. Edward shocked the world when he chose marriage to Wallis over the monarchy and abdicated the throne. The film entwines the rich past of Wallis Simpson's life with that of a young New Yorker named Wally Winthrop, played by Abbie Cornish. Wally yearns to understand Wallis and takes cues from the past when dealing with her own flawed marriage. One of the things that was fun for me when watching the movie is my great aunt is actually in the movie.
Yes.
Yes, and everyone in the audience saw the movie. My great aunt is Thelma, who is actually pictured there. She's the one seated. My grandmother is above her. They were identical twins. My grandmother's name was Gloria. These are my mom's mom and my mom's aunt. And Thelma dated.
She was the mistress of the king, right. The prince. Well,
she was the mistress of the prince before Wallis Simpson came around, and then in the film, Wallis Simpson basically Thelma goes off to New York for a couple of months and
to have an affair with someone else.
Well, okay, sure, why quibble? You know, she had a lot on her mind.
Very scandalous.
But Wallis Simpson was there, and
ironically, she said Wallis met the future king through your great aunt.
Right.
We're kind of related. and so she went off. She had to go back to America. She was an American, like Wallis.
Had to go back. It's not like she had a job. I mean, I don't know, you know.
She had some fabulous clothes, though.
Yes, I'm sure.
She was a great beauty, as was her sister. So she said she asked Wallis to take care of her boyfriend while she was away. So
she took care of him. Yes, she did.
Now, there's a lesson in this. Don't leave the man you love for 4 months.
Yeah, that's right. And don't tell your attractor friend to watch after him as well.
Exactly.
Did you connect at all with the king? Would you ever give up?
I like his suits.
You like his suits?
Yeah.
Would you ever give up everything for love?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Careers? I mean,
I mean, what is everything?
Well, I mean, he gave up.
I won't give up my BlackBerry.
He gave up his career. He gave up his throne. He gave up the adulation of his people.
Yeah, but I don't think he thought he was going to be giving all of that up. I think he thought he was going to be giving up the position of, you know, His Royal Highness. But I think he thought he was going to be able to come back to the country after his brother had established himself after a year or so and be able to be of service to his country in some way. I don't think he thought or knew that he was going to be exiled for the rest of his life.
Would you give up fame and have an anonymous life for love?
Yeah,
so
I mean, never. Well, I mean, I have given up many things. I'm not going to list those things right now for love. But there is always compromise and sacrifice when love is involved. That's all there is to it. Whether you're giving up your free time that night or a job you really wanted to take that you know that it's not fair, that, you know, if you're with somebody that has a career, you have to take turns. I mean, there's a lot of sacrifices. I've given up many things for my children whom I love. So that is inherent in love. You give up things. And if you don't want to give up things, then don't love. And if you don't want to love, don't live. So...
Do you want to be married again someday?
Are you asking me?
You didn't answer, but that's all right. I'm not going to put you on the hook. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to meet the star of Madonna's new movie and hear about their on-set sing-alongs. You guys sang on set?
Yes.
Wow, cool. We'll be right back.
Hey.